care and scalp restoration practitioner of Denver, Colorado, just coming on live. Because if it was me, I would love to watch some live and uncut and unedited type of videos of what really goes down in a salon, in a holistic salon. I'm all about hair care. Stopped hairstyling and being a stylist over 3 years ago. I now hold 32 years of experience under my belt and now have leveled up to a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner, where I now only offer 2 services, and I'm in high demand now here in Denver. So I'm about to go get my first client up today, which is it's 11 a.m., which is Aunt Linda. Some of you already know her. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, definitely subscribe to my tribe, and get you some water. Because you know Miss Tanya is all about proper hydration and enjoy. Alrighty, as you should know, I'm gonna work. I'm not gonna pay none of you viewers any attention, because I'm going to conduct business as I do. But when it's over, I'm gonna let this go all day today. I'm doing 4 clients today. It's gonna take me 2 hours to do each client. Of course, I want to get these watch hours up, right? So I will come back after each service and I'll kind of check in to look at the comments. So please, only productive questions. Otherwise, get some paper and pencil and take some notes, because maybe you'll... Ah! Well, hello there.
Some stranger letting me in here.
You look so cute.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm so
Forgot
happy.
you said come.
I did.
And I'm
And then,
standing there. No.
I mean, you are really chic. You know that? I mean, you got a different purse today.
No.
Your toenails is matching your whole get up.
You know, that was from my...
Well, honey, you
For
doing it.
the,
You doing it. I love y'all.
For the
Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
yes.
That's right. I do remember.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about
So
that.
how have you been?
I like to always say I'm managing.
Okay.
And what that means is, oh my
I'm
gosh.
supposed to be looking at me. I'm supposed to be looking at me
Oh
still.
my God, you look amazing.
See, all pleats.
All gold, yes. Now, you don't see them shoes.
You can't see them.
But that is a really
It
beautiful
was black.
picture. And
It
look
was
at your
flat black
hair.
Nikes.
Oh, she said black Nikes. Oh no, that's right. I do the same thing. I be having a pair of flip flops in my purse. I'm gonna walk in on point. I promise you. I'm switching and everything. And then as soon as I sit down, I'm reaching under the table and I'm taking them shoes off.
Well, I tried to walk in on point, but my toe said,
Well, you
My
walked in
foot.
here on point
my
today.
foot said no.
Ooh.
So I put on little black Nike flats.
Ah, that's what's up.
All night. I didn't even try to wear them out.
Mm.
Oh,
Look at how good your hair looks.
you know, my hair is mad at me
You said your hair is mad at you?
because I haven't done nothing to it.
Mm.
I mean,
Don't tell nobody you ain't done
don't even
nothing
have
to it.
style. It's just,
It's just as straight and manageable.
well, you know, I
Good.
told Marvin, I think I want a flat iron
What?
because it's hot
Yeah,
today
so you're frizzing your roots up a lot.
and it's hot tomorrow.
Correct. We're gonna be 100 degrees today and tomorrow.
And I might, if I think I can tolerate it, go to my granddaughter's track meet.
Ooh, outside?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need one of these. Let me show you. Let me show you.
If I can tolerate it.
You need one of these.
You know, I got the one on the neck.
It don't blow
I
like
want
it
all
don't
of
blow
them.
like this. You can put it around you.
Where did you get that one?
Timu.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, you do. You got time to cool off like this. It's like a little blow dry.
Don't get it tomorrow.
That's true.
Yeah.
You gotta plan ahead.
Yeah.
But this honey, baby.
Yeah. But I got one that goes around the neck. Feels really good too.
Good.
But I don't know, I was trying to
Let's go.
be outside yesterday with
Let's go.
Marvin
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
and didn't feel well.
No.
So,
We're gonna get started with your holistic scalp detox first. Okay.
thank you.
So I've been okay. Getting closer to my Cancun trip. I cannot wait to get there.
And when is that?
We leave on the 9th.
Okay.
And I have a cousin. Shout out to my cousin Mare. He just got back from Cancun, and he got me excited. Shauna ain't even told me all that.
Oh.
So I'm excited to get there and to go.
We've only been there twice.
She said only twice.
We like it. We keep trying to go back and end up in other places. Yeah.
Okay, so have I told you that you don't have to get your scalp scratched if you don't want to anymore?
Mm-hmm.
You still want to get it scratched? Because some have said nope, never did like it.
Well, let's say not too bad.
Yeah.
Or a light scratch. You do a light scratch?
No such thing. No.
Oh,
Either you do or you don't. You can do the mild water experience, which don't include no scalp care. We can go straight to the bowl because that's just a hairstyle.
No, I don't
You
want to
know.
go straight to the bowl.
You want to get your scalp scratched?
If not, I have to go straight to the bowl.
Correct, because you can't have it your way.
I'm not leaving for 10 minutes, then I'll move to the bowl.
Okay, that's cool. Shoot, look. You know.
I'll sit in the bowl.
Shoot, yeah, I'm gonna sit down then. You know what I mean? And we can just chit chat. Shoot. Because now you got options. Because I did force all of you to do it. And most of you that have been in my chair for as long as y'all have don't like it. Only the new ones like it.
I like it, that's why I don't want to
Yeah.
move. I don't know if I, since you said that for today.
Yeah, you got options. Some are like I'll do it every.
Maybe I'll do
Third
it not
appointment.
today and do it next thing.
You can pick and choose. The only difference with you ladies is you still pay $140 because I've always done it for you for free. So there's no difference in price. It's just that if you do want it, you still can have it, but it's an option. That's all I'm saying. One girl, she loves getting in and out in an hour because you know that's how long it's gonna take me to do you.
An hour?
Yes. You know, like in
That's
and
not
out. We
long
gonna
enough.
get it done quick. You like being here for 2 hours?
Sometimes it's only an hour and 40 minutes.
You be clocking me like that?
I tell Marvin.
I love it. Come on over.
Okay, I tell Marvin, I'll be back at whatever time I tell him. I told him 1 o'clock today. So I have more time. I might just stop at Cherry Creek.
Cherry Creek Reservoir?
No more.
Oh, I thought I was about to go fishing. I was about to be like, hold up. Wait a minute.
And I haven't talked to the woman whose son got the crappies, but I haven't forgotten it.
I think it's almost crappie season is over. You got to do that in the first part of the year. Crappie don't really bite in the summer months when it gets hot.
Sorry, I was too late.
Oh, that's okay. You know I know my stuff when it comes to fishing.
So how are you?
All right.
Guess what I bought
What'd you buy?
for my granddaughter?
What'd you buy?
A book by J.D. Du Bois.
No way! Thank you. You gotta do me, please. Wait. You gotta take a photo. Do you have the book still?
Yeah.
Please take a photo of it. Please. Especially with her, with
I
a
keep it
child.
at the house.
Please take a photo of it so I can
Okay.
send to him and you can then be added to the publications for the book. What I like about his book, first is for kids. And number 2, it's about our industry. How it gets started, right? Like me, so many people I think that, I don't know, like I had an auntie or a mama that did hair or something, because that's usually how it goes.
Right.
Or you had a cousin or somebody inspired you or gave you the experience, right? Or the, what's called the exposure. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
The exposure. That's where I feel I'm a little different because I never got any exposure per se. This was a true hobby of mine. I just like doing it.
It's like 2001, I think.
You got water, okay?
It's an early book, not one of the later. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, he wrote 3 books, children's books, and he also has a Spanish edition.
It's not Spanish. No.
Would you like gray lightning treatment today?
Sure.
I see a little bit green or yellowing.
It's from the sun.
It can be, I guess, from the sun, because guess what? The dinginess with gray hair, that also comes from dust. Like if you have a dusty environment, which is hard to see, so everybody will swear they ain't got no dust, but you can't see it, so you don't know if you're doing that.
I told this woman dirt.
And it comes from putting heat on our hair without washing it. The yellowing is, I believe, our sweat, because the flakes that I get off of y'all's heads, once they fully dry, it's yellow. It's not white. So I do believe that that's what causes the yellowing on our hair. And then to silk press it is, to me, improper practice, because that's just like ironing some dirty clothes.
Well, don't do it then.
What?
You said silk pressing it. You mean after you go home?
I'm talking about anything. It don't even, because silk press really means that you're using a marcel and stove.
Mm-hmm.
If you're using a plug up, that's for at-home use. Those are for, non-professionals.
I don't know what I want.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. You can be that way. We're Americans, sure. You can be however you want to be. You don't have to be sure. Raise your hand.
I told Maria this morning, I said, see, feel my hair. And she said, yeah, thick, it's thick.
One thing about all of you clients in my chair, none of you are getting thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's getting thinner. There's a lot of clients that, most clients don't even monitor their own hair. They just go in and get it done and don't care if it's gotten longer. They don't check and they ain't checking to see, you know what I mean, if it's still the same or not. So I don't think they really understand in the fact that, thank God, most stylists don't really monitor their hair, like we do.
Yeah.
I just had a new client start, and she said that the stylist was trying to convince her that her hair was getting longer, but little did the stylist know that the client was taking photos of her hair every time she left at home. And bless her heart, she just kept saying, no, your hair is growing, your hair is growing. And the client kept trying to tell her, no, it's not, no, it's not. Or, it may be growing, but it ain't getting longer.
Yeah.
It's getting shorter and shorter. Your hair can still grow and get shorter because it grows from the scalp, not in the ends, right? So she finally had to bring the photos in, and then that stylist got mad at her. She said she got an attitude. Like, what? The stylist got mad? That's crazy.
Yeah.
She said, whoop, squeaky. She said, yep. Now we're going to do our lightning service for your beautiful hairs.
The stylist was angry because I got caught in her lie.
These stylists do be upset. Like, they be acting like they got an attitude, just because I asked a question. Like, dang. Are y'all mad? Are you upset that you're doing hair? Because I be all happy. Y'all see how I greet y'all? Like, every morning. I just told someone the other day, I said, little do y'all know, I've always known how to act, and a lot of women of color have never really liked that about me. They want me to be ugly all the time. They want me to talk ghetto all the time. They want me to cuss all the time. And they get bothered when they realize I can talk like a white girl, I've always said, I've always been too hood for the bougie chicks, and I'm way too bougie for the hood chicks. But cold, 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 cold.
You doing something yet?
Yeah.
I don't feel it. You said cold, I was ready to shiver.
And that's good, because usually the other way I put it on, everyone act like I done put on an ice box on them or something.
Now I feel it.
Yeah, but Aunt Linda, I've been hearing all these stories because every time I get a new client, and I'm getting a whole bunch of new clients, first thing they want to talk about is the stylist that they just left. They don't even talk about their hair problems. They be like, she was making me wait past my appointment time. She had me in the chair for 3 to 6 hours. I said, for a silk press? She was like, yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
I know you
It's
don't.
not my. It's not my person. My niece.
You know what?
My Tanya.
All right, we're gonna let that sit so we can get that yellowness up out your grays. I used to think this was for white people till you introduced me to it. Shout out to Aunt Linda putting us up on game. You older women know got all the gems. These young chicks, boy, I swear, they'll have you all out in the deep parts of the ocean with no raft, no oars, nothing. Talking about you can push a boat with your breath, You older ladies are like, nah, baby, you need some oars, you need a motor, you gonna need a sail just in case the motor break down, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, honey, you listen to them young chicks, they gonna have you out there. Out there. Now I'm gonna set this timer, because I do everything different. Not gonna emulsify it, and I'm not gonna rub it in. I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. Because I'm smart like that. So, I had to learn. Remember when we was doing this in the beginning? How confused I was. Because remember I looked at the bottle like, ain't this for white people?
Indeed,
and then I had to read.
I
was like, oh, hold up. Remember, then we looked at the ingredient list. Remember?
Yeah.
Of my shimmer, of my yellow out conditioner that I thought was for black people. And I never read the ingredient list. So I still got some of that in here. I think, I took it home, I think.
Yeah. But you sat right here while you looked at it.
Because that's what I do. I read the ingredient list. We ain't using nothing without me reading the ingredient list. So one thing about this shimmer lights, though, that I did the research about, because I get at this ingredient list, you know what I'm saying, is that this ingredient, where'd it go? I seen it before. Where is that? It's in here somewhere. Where is it at? Where is that? There's some alcohol in here. I know I seen it. Because it shook me when I read it. No, maybe it was the propylene glycol that is in here that I don't like. Yeah, this got propylene glycol in it. Which is why we post cleanse with a moisture shampoo so that we can take the stiffening and hardening effects off of the hair, because a lot of people are wondering why protein treatments still got us crunchy brittle, why moisturization treatments, which is conditioner, got us crunchy brittle, is because we got a tap water problem. Doesn't rinse all this stuff off of our hair. I didn't know that. Beauty school didn't say nothing to me about the tap water. That's crazy. That's crazy. The beauty school didn't say nothing about the tap water, yet it's the first product that you touch to do the hair, skin, and the nails. You need some tap water. But they didn't say nothing to it. That's like putting you through swimming school and they ain't said nothing to you about a swimming pool. Dang. I mean, dang. That's jacked up. That's all the way jacked up. Super jacked up. Good afternoon. Oh, it's morning. What you gonna, what's up? What up with it though? What up though? Doesn't have to be tap water. What you gonna rinse? What you gonna rinse your shampoo out with? Toilet water? Some people's brains, I can tell they're dehydrated because of how their pineal gland processes their thoughts. And it's like, I used to wonder, like, what is wrong with him? You ever be asking yourself that in life? Be like, what is wrong with them? And what is wrong with her? And why is she dehydrated? The pineal gland is going like this. So they can't process their thoughts properly and they just speak whatever is going around in the head. So you say stuff like, you don't need tap water to rinse your shampoo off with. What you gonna use? The hose water outside? You know I did that. I wet somebody before. We was talking about that the other day. I had a client that waited until I got done doing her hair to tell me she didn't have no money. That's not funny. She thought it was funny, but I didn't think it was funny at all. You should have seen her. She got up and she started patting her pockets going. She got, oh my God. Oh my God. Mind you, I done swooped the hair. It's hydrated. Done gave her the hydration treatment. You know what I'm saying? She on point. And now you doing this patting dance about talking about you ain't got no money. Oh, not 20, not nothing. You ain't got no. I cannot believe I walked out the house without my wallet. Is what she said. Okay, she didn't know because I started smiling. I did that to somebody that I tried to fight in the club. She thought I was playing with her because I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, girl." I did it like this. I need to holler at you outside. And she thought because I was smiling that I wasn't about to put these paws on her. Till we got out front and then I switched up on her, right? So I did the same thing. I started smiling at her and she's still doing this stupid patting dance, you know. I came right on over here to this bowl and I turned the water on. My hose is real long. And you know, if you don't hold the hose and you ask, I purposely held it over this like this. And I shot the pressure up and this water went and caught her all up and down. And then I did the same type of dance. I said, oops, oh my God. I told her, I didn't mean to wet you. Just like she didn't mean to grab her wallet and her money. You ain't leaving me on point. And it wasn't funny no more after that. But I got the best laugh. And then I escorted her quickly up out of here. I held her on her back the whole way. This is how we walked down the hallway. Usually I don't touch her, you know. Her, she wasn't walking fast enough, so. And told her, have a good day. Thank you. Then she gonna try to call me 2 days later with the money. No, I'm not petty anymore. So you go on and keep that money, and you will never, ever get back in here with me. So good job. That was a great job. And I knew her. Why is it the people that you know do you the dirtiest? I ain't never had a stranger come in here and ask me for a discount. I ain't never had a stranger come in here and ask me for a half off service. Tanya, can you just do this and do that? It's always the people that you know want to minimize your brand and your worth. Why is that? Should be some strangers, right? Should be the ones that you know and love. Should be like, hey, Tanya, you know, you doing it and I'm gonna do it too. Let's get this combed through. Let's get it combed through. Would you like your mud water warm or cool today?
Warm.
See, that's why I asked. Everybody else be looking at me like, duh, cool. As hot as it is outside, Miss Tanya. Like, hey, y'all ain't all the same. You quit talking to me like that. Y'all might have the same mother that care for your hair and scalp, but y'all not all the same, darn it. Okay. And now we're going to distribute through the head to the ends. Oops, let me make your water. Gotta warm up my water because Linda don't like it cold. So yeah, if I do all type of stuff beauty school didn't teach me how to do. Because when I was doing the stuff beauty school taught me how to do, I was struggling. Clients wasn't coming back and wasn't booking. Now that I do what I created and what I see is better, man, clients agree that it's better too. Like beauty school didn't teach me how to do this to gray hair. People over on Facebook having a fit. Then she's like, she's such an industry disruptor. She's not doing what we were taught in school. Who is still doing what they would learn in school? Imagine if chefs was still doing what they learned in school. We would have a horrible dining experience. Maybe that's why there's so many unwanted experiences in the chair nowadays, because so many individuals are choosing, because it is a choice. It's not like nobody issued a law when you got your license that said you have to keep doing what you were trained to do on these mannequins on black hair. Maybe if you're going to be white people in the industry, you keep doing what you were taught to do in beauty school, but you got to evolve. And you got to search for solutions, alternative solutions once you get out of beauty school. You still doing what you taught in beauty school, of course you're going to struggle. And so many stylists are so sensitive, they don't even want to hear the truth. They want to just keep believing that they hold a license to care for black hair. And I hate to tell you, that's what you need me for. You got to take my training. You want to learn how to do the mannequin and the white hair, you go to a beauty school. Because all they're going to teach you to do the black hair is just braid it, lock it, or put a relaxer in it. And I don't do none of that. Aunt Linda, would you like to braid your hair?
I'll pass on that
She
one.
said she gonna pass on that one. Would you like some extensions? You want some K-tips? Or you want to do a sew-in? We can do a whole full sew-in if you like. Girl, your hair will be long. She ain't with that either. Another key point to what I do in here. My demographical market are those that are over 50. I don't be trying to attract young girls. I just don't. They have a lot of problems with staying consistent. My older clients, they're here every 14 days paying $140. That's $280 per person per month. That's how you elevate behind the chair. I don't solicit young individuals. They're just not into consistency. Young girls are not into patience. They're extremely impatient. They're also very sensitive too. Their money is not really on point yet. They're still trying to figure it out. And I'm not saying all 20 and 30s, because I do got some 20 and 30-year-olds here in the chair that are extremely mature. Extremely mature. But my demographical market is older women that don't want to do their own hair, and they got a budget that they manage quite well. Oh, quite well, you know. So $140, especially to stay straight, and they ain't got to do nothing to their hair. They ain't got to put no product on it, and they don't got to plug up no hot tool. Y'all saw how she walked in. That ain't never been the case. Even when we had relaxers, our hair wasn't this manageable and this soft.
That is a fact.
That's a fact. So I already know. Even when we had relaxers, our hair was stiff. And this is a part that stylists just don't know, because most stylists don't care enough to check on the client after they leave the chair and find out what happened overnight. Did the client stay straight? Did the client go kapoof and woke up like they had jumped in a swimming pool? I don't know. I check on mines. I want to know exactly what happened overnight. I want to know is it still soft? And everybody be like, yeah. Like, I know. I used to wear a relaxer myself. I also offered relaxers on my menu as a service for 16 years here in Denver. So I know exactly what's involved with a relaxer. And I don't have to use that no more, and I get this kind of a result. And you know what's crazy, Aunt Linda?
Yeah.
I got over 7 million views right now over on Facebook on my business page. Oh yeah, making big money on Meta. This YouTube money is slow. I just showed my son this morning. Like, I've only made $69 on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But I'm over like $600 on Facebook already for the month. But anyway. I forgot what I was going to say.
Talk about your views.
I forgot. I was about to make a point. As usual. What's up, Vaughn? Mr. Mama War, how can I get rid of red undertones from my brown hair? You can't. I get so sick of them kind of questions. Y'all get on my nerves with asking those questions that you ain't got no control over. That's like asking me, Miss Tanya, what do I do about my farting? How do I get it to stop? You can't stop farting. If you're going to fart till the day you die, whether you like it or not, right? It's just a part of life. So your red undertone is something God gave you, sir. Like, why do we always think we can change everything? We do not have that kind of control. Not over everything. You can control your kids and your wife or husband, but you can't control your undertones. You're going to have to just learn to manage it. And if you would like to learn to manage it, hire me as your mentor, and I'll coach you at home on how to care for your hair. I'll help you find your best service provider in your community, because you probably most likely don't live here in Denver, because I am your best service provider in this community. But you can't do nothing, Mr. Whoever warrior name is. You can't do nothing about your undertones. I'm balding. Pierre, there's so many questions. Would y'all stop making those comments? Y'all sound special. There's reasons. We got to do the holistics. That's why I'm so successful, because I don't just be like, okay, you're balding, so go take a pill. You need a biotin pill. Or go get a growth serum, smear it all over your scalp, okay? Call me back in 3 days. Or go see a dermatologist and give me that squeaky shampoo. Makes your hair super brittle. Go home and do your scalp yourself. Come back, see me in 3 days. No, we got questions to ask. Like, how long you been bald? What caused the balding? Because nobody is really bald. Most people that are bald are shaving their heads every day. And then they come on here and ask questions like that. I guess to see if you're really educated or not. Because if you was not educated, you'd be like, oh my God, you need to take a biotin pill. And you need to buy a biotin shampoo. And you need a growth serum. And then you need some protein mixed with keratin with a spit of gasoline. That'll grow your hair. Maybe with an ounce of powder, because everyone swears you need all that stuff to grow your hair, and you don't use none of that in here. Her hair done grew longer than it was when I met her. Now, maybe her hair was longer before she got with me. There it is. There it is. Now, Pierre, you're doing the holistics. Now you're just not acting like them traditional folks, and now you're acting. Did you subscribe, Pierre? You definitely holistic. Anybody that wears hats, because guess what, Pierre? There's a lot of women that like to wear hats too, and they don't understand while a woman got male pattern baldness going on. That's because you wearing a hat like that males be doing, so you going bald too. There's certain things called formulas in the world today. Like, no matter who you are, if you do certain things, you're going to get the same result. How about that? That's what's up. That's what's up, Roel. Welcome. Come on up in here. Did y'all subscribe? And how come y'all ain't like the video? Vaughn, can you please remind them? Please, honey, Vaughn. My special YouTuber all the way out in Durham. I used to say Durham. Yeah, because that's how it's spelled. Durham. So that's what I had been saying until somebody was like, Tanya, it's Durham. Durham. It ain't spelled Durum. Wait out, but I am kind of slow in that way, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. So many women try to act like they're so proper and perfect. I don't do that. All right, so now that I just rinsed out that moisture shampoo, now she is rebalanced in her pH, because you know it's all about science in here. Now I'm going to give her a hydration treatment, not a moisturization treatment. That's all played out. That's what you do to mannequins. We hydrate, which post-treats the tap water and removes remnants left behind like rust and lead. Bet y'all never thought about all that being left on your hair and your skin after you access your nasty contaminated tap water. It's nasty and contaminated. That's why we know not to drink it. That's why we run into the stores buying store-bought water. And this ain't no store-bought water either. It's way different than store-bought water. That's what's up. You did have enough. Are you using your 2-ounce applicator bottle, Vaughn, that I send in every single order? Or are you free pouring like you watching me? I know how much I'm using. Look, it's still at the tip of the bottle. But if you're not using your applicator bottle that I send in every order, you are over pouring and you're overusing your product and you're using way more than you need. So, unlike that moisturization, you got to use half the bottle of the conditioner and you still ain't fully distributed all over the hair. Look at her manageability. And this is her wet hair. That ain't never been the case even with a relaxer. And we're done in the bowl. No plastic baggies needed. No hooded dryer needed. And you don't have to waste your time with all that either. You can just take your clients right back to the chair. When you choose to offer hydration treatments, the new holistic approach. Buy you some My Water Beauty Solution. Thought you knew. I thought they knew. And Linda, they still using conditioner.
But where can they get my water?
They know. They've been following me forever. Shoot, they know where to get my water. I think they just still stuck on the fact that this brown-skinned woman got all this knowledge. How she get so smart? Where she get the chemistry knowledge from? How she find the water? And it's like, don't worry about all that. I'm the one that did the work and found it. It's just your job to buy it and use it. How about that? I already did the research. It's tested and approved. I use it on my whole body. Someone will wonder, Miss Tanya, how do you keep your skin so clear? Well, number one, I drink half my body weight of the right kind of water. And then number two, I only use my water. I don't put salt. I don't put soap and tap water on my face no more. And I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm a cosmetologist, and I would never put toner on my skin. That kept me having a pimple all day, every day. It did. I can't believe that now I stopped putting all that on my face. My face is clearer than it's ever been. I was brainwashed by these marketing myths, had me believing that some cream out the store is going to make my skin healthy. We thought the same thing with our hair, at least I did. I don't know about y'all, but I got tricked, and I'm not afraid to admit it, and I didn't like it. Darn it. Well, thank you, DeMarcus. What city you joining me from? City and state. All right, she's completely calmed out. Girl, you thick back here. Right here?
I know.
Oh, it ain't that hard to comfort. All righty. And hardly no hair loss. Let me really show you. So many hairs, we can count them. Conditioner, you know you get half the head in the comb when you use conditioner. Oh, send for me, DeMarcus. I love you. Have you subscribed? Do you have a moisturizer for mixed curly? No, forget moisturizers. I got hydration. This is what I got for you curly people, because if curly girls can use it too, whether you got a relaxer, curly hair, wavy hair, black hair, white hair, gray hair, kinky hair, braided hair, weaved hair, I don't care, blowout hair, it don't matter, silk pressed hair, your hair is going to be softer. This is where we tripped up with this conditioner game. We got to pay attention to what the hair is feeling like after our hair dries, not when it's wet. Come on, y'all. You could put mud mixed with boo-boo on your hair when it's wet, and it's gonna have slippage and it's gonna be soft. Oops. That's facts. That's a chemistry fact. But then what's it gonna do when it dries? This is where we need to pay attention. And we want something that's gonna keep our hair soft even after it dries. Watch me do this My Water Blowout in 10 minutes or less. No clips, no sections used. You don't have to. Only students and beginners do all of that. Once you take my training, I'm going to teach you how to blow through a head, a non-relaxed, natural one at that, in 10 minutes or less. Watch me work. And like the video. Right? And do you know how much that Shin Whites is now? They want $26 for that bottle. It used to be $13.99 when we first started fooling with it. They done changed the bottle, you see? Yeah, you're paying $10 more for the bottle. I even took a break and I'm gonna still do it in 10 minutes or less. So we flat ironing today? No curling? We're gonna flat iron? Or are we curling ironing? I mean, I can still make it bougie with the flat iron, but it ain't, you know this, we've done this before. It ain't gonna be as, it ain't gonna hold like a curl do if you choose to flat iron only. That's for us straight chicks that don't like curl. I don't like curl. Don't be curling my ends, spiral curling my stuff. I don't like that.
Oh, let's just do normal.
Which is curl.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put the flat iron up and I'm gonna get my curler. Get back to this curl. Easily and quickly I just went through the back of that neck called the kitchen. So easy when the hair is hydrated. I'd have still been over here fighting if I'd have used conditioner. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Ooh, she's so thick in there. She's so nice and bright. No wonder you came in hollering flat iron. She thick. Remember when I was so worried, like last year this time, when I was like, Aunt Linda, you got to start, and that is so difficult to have that kind of conversation with you. Now I see why the doctors make so much money, because they always have to say, you're messing up. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're eating wrong. You're eating the wrong stuff. You're drinking the wrong stuff. But now your hair is so much fuller. Much fuller in the back, because that's what holistic hair restoration is all about. So if you out there and you feel like your stylist is making your hair getting shorter and shorter, holla, darling. We don't all do hair the same. Trim your chest. Back there. And middle. Huh? Side. Good. Coming over to this side. Good. Yeah. Do y'all be out there hot flashing? Because I do. I got all these cool little edges. Keep us cool in here. Shit. Ooh, and Linda, I even got the big fan. You know about the big fan? Denver don't know nothing about the big fan. I can find them here. But I found them in Atlanta.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I miss you. Oh.
Got me one.
So that practice has to
Yeah. I'm trying to make the right noise.
Yeah, and you gotta do it the right way. I was trying to teach my stepmama how to do it the other day. But I'm about to go to Atlanta and I'm going to buy a whole bunch of these and I'm going to add them to my website. Because they don't sell these here in Denver. I've been looking. Nobody has them. But it is the best hot flashing sister in it. All right, let's get on. It's only been an hour. I'm almost already done. We was do pinky in the beginning. What we was going to do with the final result. So you said we're going to still. And how you feeling about it? You want to still?
I'm not going to do it. No, you just something like this.
Oh, around the end.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's that minus to the zero. Which is perfect for this one.
which doesn't get the medical. Just keeps you kind of like you with it. Ooh, I gotta turn on the filter. So now I have it propped up so that it's not really blowing at you all. It's more blowing onto me. That's why I moved it over there. I'm struggling. It's going to be 100 degrees today here in Denver. I can hot as heck with this marcel and scalp.
And you're on top of the phone.
Yeah, I use a pencil, flat iron, for the edges, not no dirty, burnt up pressing foam. That's so unprofessional to use that type of tool once it gets burnt up like that. Stylists won't even go and take, they only like $10, $15, but they'll keep using them. Knowing that it's all burnt up and ugly looking. You couldn't do that to me. I'd be like, Some clients are so easy. Like, man, they don't have to say nothing. They just let you do whatever, knowing they don't like it. They even tip you. And then, clients will sit there in the chair, they won't say nothing. They get up, they kiki ha with you while they're paying, and they will even leave you a tip. And then we'll go and slash your name left and right. She didn't do this, she had me in the chair, she was talking to her dude, she went and ate, she went and left, and then got her kids, she looking crazy, her trash was overran, she had spots all on her window, but they ain't said, on her mirror, they ain't said none of that to the individual that needs to hear it. That's crazy to me. I'm glad my clients ain't like that. My clients speak up. And because I care, it bothers me if they're unhappy, so I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna be like, oh my God. Did I make your hair too soft or too straight? I'm so sorry. I'll make it a little poofier next time for you. Now I just gave her a relaxer all the way around the edges. Now we're gonna do a trim. And no, beauty school didn't teach me how to do this either. I'm actually very proud of that. I created a service that I'm making more money off of than beauty school and IG and YouTube did for me.
Yeah.
Did y'all know y'all can zoom in on anything I'm doing? All you gotta do is take your finger to your screen and do like that, and it's gonna pull me to you. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. But anything I'm doing, you can zoom in on me. Even if I'm way over there. You better hush, Luna. She don't want it cut off. She'd have been traumatized fooling with you because you a choppy chew. I'm not. Shoot, what's up, Netta? She didn't even want me to do that. How about that? Not everybody wants a blunt cut and wants their hair to be shorter when they leave the salon. This is the biggest problem of this industry, is individuals thinking that everybody wants a blunt, beautiful bob cut across their necks. That's not for everybody. That's for weave. But that's not ideal for real black hair. Not for my community anyway. These ladies don't want all that done. Because watch this, I'm about to take a picture and I'm about to ask her, does she want anything else removed? That's what you do. You take a picture. Yeah, Okay, well you can watch the live later, Paul, and you can zoom in then. I thought you could do it when you was live. There's so many hair haters of the industry that don't like hair. They only want it short. So you got to be careful, clients, who you're looking with, because not everybody wants you to keep what you got. Most want you to lose it. Got to be careful out here in these streets. We ain't all the same behind the chair. You got to find the right mindset for what you want and your preferences, because everybody from behind the chair, we don't get down the same. My lens is dirty. YouTube creators, always make sure you clean off your lens before you record or take a photo. They want me to chop all that off back there. You want me to do what the industry wants us to do? You want me to chop that off? Because they said all that is to go. You like it just like it is? Yeah. You don't want it cut off? I ain't either. Sure. But this here YouTube and look, this Luna, she a hair hater. There's some people behind the chair or not behind the chair, I don't even know what she does here, are hair length haters. They don't want you to have no length. That's not me. I want you to have your length. And I don't want to lose you. I don't want to you chair hopping on me. Behind some sheer work? That's stupid. I cannot believe how many people do not like length. They want you to have short hair. Hey y'all, if y'all book with Luna, Luna gonna cut all y'all's hair off. Linda said, Tanya, stop it. She's the one that got Linda that's messing with me. She's the one telling everybody, chop it off. Cut that. She said, cut that crap off. You're not seeing her comments. Look, all right, Kim, I knew there was some out there. She said, that's why I stopped going to the hairdressers and the stylists and the salons, because every time I went in, they cut my hair shorter. There's a lot of us like this out here. I thought I was the only one that was tripping over these trims where you remove this much. That's not a trim, that's a haircut. And there's a lot of mindsets that will convince you that that is a trim. Okay, I'm different. That's a haircut. When you get a haircut, you get shorter. If you want a hair trim, you're not going to be shorter. A hair trim means you're going to have some holes and some unevenness and what else you be having? Some holes and unevenness. Shoot. How are you ever going to grow? And everybody thinking, oh, it's going to grow back. No, it's not. We are over 50. We ain't in here in our 20s and 30s. Our hair ain't doing nothing that it used to do in our 20s and 30s and 40s. So the only people yelling that are those that ain't reached the other half, the second half of their lives. You still young. Thinking your body and your hair is going to stay the same all your life, you sadly mistaken. Boo-boo. I don't know how many people you can tell ain't did no research. You just repeating what you done heard on social media Or you just don't know what you're doing now. And by the way, if you want more of my amazing Marcel works, you can follow me over on Facebook or Instagram. I'm blowing up currently off of this here tool here. It's older than everything, older than conditioner, heat protectant, and growth serums. Man, got me blowing. Which is a little bit of a type of book, which is good in the strap.
Something that's healthy.
Greetings, everyone. Get in here. Y'all checking me out? Y'all checking me out? Or y'all checking this Marcel curler out? This Marcel curler got my views over on Facebook over 7 million over the past 30 days. Like, dang. Anybody that's monetized on this here YouTube, hey, you might want to go across the street to Meta. They pay so much better than YouTube. Google's kind of tight. But all things ain't the same. All these platforms ain't the same. Just because you're older don't mean you can't have long hair. You don't know what you're doing. Okay, Luna, guess what's gonna happen to Luna, y'all? Because he or she is on my nerves. Hold on. She don't know me like that. Boop. Hey, y'all, Luna just went bye-bye. I forgot to give my disclaimer at the beginning of the live. Like, if you talking disruptively and rudely and you're not aligning, you know, it's my channel. Yeah, the big haters. Like, ooh. I can smell a hater a mile away. My mom is a hater. She is. She's what's called an OG hater. She's so much hater. She didn't want no hype in the top. No hype in the top, no hype in the top. Yeah, sometimes people gotta What's up, y'all? What's up, January? Moon to the moon. Deuces. All of my people, they're out there saying, bye, Luna. Bye-bye, Luna. Everybody don't know me. Everybody think I'm like everybody else, and I'm not. I'm very different. And I regulates my channel. Don't be getting on here talking to me just any old kind of way. I don't let my mom talk to me any old kind of way, so I promise you a YouTuber ain't. Ooh, Lord. Go find you another channel. That aligns with your mindset. So listen, you all. I am very aware of the persona that I have to manage on my different social media channels based on my demographical market. Now, some just post to be posting, but I don't. I purposely post for engagement because that's what you get paid for the most. And I do that on Facebook. I be jerking them over on Facebook. I purposely post content that causes controversy because that's how you get people to comment. That's how you get commentary. You want commentary? Show controversy content. And it works. It's working real well on Facebook, actually. Get this thick part for hot. And I'm doing gray hair with a marcel iron without using any heat protector. Boy, I swear, them stylists, they swear you gotta add a whole bunch of oil, serum, and heat protectant, and edge control, and gel, and all that, and deodorant sticks, and all that stuff I'm watching on this here YouTube. And I feel so bad for the clients. Like, whoa, yeah, that's pretty today, but that's not gonna look pretty in the morning. Now, you may say, well, Tanya, I'm only after a one-day result. I'm going to the shop today, and I'm going to get me something that's going to mess up as soon as I get to the bedroom tonight. Or as soon as I sleep on it. It's going to mess up. That's not us. We don't want to see all our hair coming out in our combs and stuff. My fan said, Tanya, that's enough. That's one thing about it. They got minds of their own. Mm-hmm. Shut up. And yes, I inspire my clients to rock their gray hair. Most stylists gonna inspire you to cover it. Oh, you need color. You need color. Not in here. No, no, no. Gray hair is so beautiful, especially when you know how to manage it and it's not all dingy and yellowish. It's a flex. It's a real flex. If any woman out there really wants to start getting some compliments from a man, grow out your grays. It works. Good afternoon. Hi. Oh, I was about to say, what are you saying? That's not even you talking. It's Sunday, right? Yes, you know, I'm working, so that's all. And you said yes or no? Yeah, she's getting caught, baby. She's something's wrong with her. And I think that needs to be surfaced because this is just an ugly snowball that's occurring with her.